Bonnie's killer. That mystery has been apparently solved in FNAF Help Wanted 2 VR. Well, I'm about to tell you, yes, you would be correct in assuming that, but not in a way you think. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy SmackNPie here. After a long time, we're doing a theory video, and on FNAF, that is. So, Help Wanted 2 came, we all played. I made videos here on the channel, you can check that one out. But there are a couple of things that we need to talk about Help Wanted, and that is specifically Bonnie. Bonnie has been mentioned several times in details here in Help Wanted 2, but even before this, in Ruin DLC. Even after the release of Security Breach, fans has been asking what has happened to Bonnie. We know he's now out of commission, we know he's dead after seeing the Ruin DLC, but who killed him? At first, there were only theories suggesting that Monty killed him, and I made a video talking about Monty didn't do it. Now, I still am hesitant on that, but I can safely say now that after playing Help Wanted 2, I can say that I know who killed Bonnie, and the entire mystery has been solved. Allow me to explain, ladies and gentlemen. It all comes down to the protagonist of Help Wanted 2, aka Cassie's father. Rewind the clock, ladies and gentlemen, back to when we played Ruin DLC here on the channel. What does Cassie say about Bonnie? The only thing that she mentions related to Bonnie is connecting Bonnie to her father, that Bonnie was her father's favorite. Cassie's father, who was a technician for this Pizzaplex, and I gotta give a shout out to Steelwolf for not making the timeline of their games complicated. It is fairly easy and simple. It is FNAF 6, Help Wanted 1, Security Breach, Help Wanted 2, and the Ruin DLC, which hopefully closes this portion of the story. So now when we do come to whatever next Steelwolf is planning, and we know they're planning, they've been dropping hints for months now, it is gonna be a new thing separate from this. I hope so. But coming back to Bonnie at hand, there were claw marks. We talked about claw marks in details, but people are saying Monty didn't get those until after Bonnie went out of commission. There are many theories that were proposed, and one of the theories that I proposed according to with the community is that Mimic did it. Now we get some more clarification on Mimic here in Help Wanted 2, and one of the endings we see after finishing Vanny's Princess Quest 4, we trade Vanny Mask with the Glitch Trap plushie. The old man consequence, he gives us that Glitch Trap plushie. We go to the sister location elevator, it is symbolic, and then he gets up and we see Vanny, and Moon hands that over to Vanny, and Vanny crushes Glitch Trap. That is the literal and metaphoric termination and destruction, complete annihilation and removal of Glitch Trap, his virus, and whatever remnant left of him. We know Mimic. He's been there from the start. He is the main villain, right? But Glitch Trap has been messing around that area for a while. And now that Glitch Trap is completely gone, Mimic is out now. That only leaves one question. It literally ties up almost everything except the Bonnie one. So when we do a separate grave light up, you get this pathway open, and in it you see the Bonnie mask. Now, I'm not going to go into details as to the fans that are theorizing that it is a possibility that one of the FNAF 4 kids, when the bite happened, one of those kids wearing the Bonnie mask is the one who ended up becoming a technician for Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, or Fredbear, or whatever. It is possible. It is very possible, or should I say Pizzaplex specifically. He must have felt guilty and wanted to, help the place after what, has happened with the bite victim and whatnot. It is possible, but I'm not going to delve into those. I'm going to talk about Bonnie. So we talked about Mimic and how Glitch Trap has been completely removed from the situation. We see Cassie's father, because we are playing as him in this game, the technician, after completing everything, he gets caught by the Glitch Trap, and now that's the last of him. Here's my theory, ladies and gentlemen, hear me out. Mimic orchestrated and planned everything for his grand escape. It all starts all the way back in Help Wanted 1, ladies and gentlemen. We already know what happened in Security Breach. We're gonna jump straight to Help Wanted 2 and Ruin. Mimic sees what happened with Gregory. He uses that, even though the canon ending is that Gregory escapes, he uses that to lure Cassie in. But how does he eventually get to Cassie? Because Ruin DLC happens after Help Wanted 2. That's where the father comes in. So he sees the Mimic. And this is just pure speculation, right? Cassie, regardless of the intention of whether we go with the theory that Cassie's father is one of the kids present during the bite or not, he sees a perfect opportunity, using Gregory to lure Cassie in and eventually escaping, because Cassie and Gregory are friends. But there's a problem here. Cassie's father. He knows about animatronics. He knows about this virus. As long as he's around, he's not gonna let his daughter get into trouble. And that's exactly how he gets rid of the technician, the father. And now Cassie's all alone. He uses the opportunity, mimics Gregory, lures Cassie in, and gets rid of it. But then again, the question remains, what about Bonnie in all of this? Simple and straight. Bonnie, in my humble personal opinion, this is just my theory, that an unfortunate casualty, but a planned and strategic one by Mimic. Yes, Monty was the one who killed Bonnie 100%, but it wasn't on his own accord. It was put into his mind by Mimic. He was, you can say manipulated, brainwashed, or whatever you want to say, into doing it. Mimic never pulled the trigger. Not literally. Mimic was the one who did the final blow. It was Monty. Because people are saying, yo, Steeler's making it clear. If you look at the Bonnie bowling minigame, you literally see Monty's face crushing Bonnie's face, literally in the television right there. So Steeler are trying to tell us that, hey, it has happened, but it is a little more complicated than that. Monty's pathway is set. He's the next successor after Bonnie. So taking him out helps him, right? Mimic uses Monty's rage and whatever obsession that he had. I would also go as far as to say that it was Mimic who made Monty lose his temper, control, and anger and cause the incident to happen to Bonnie. Yup, ladies and gentlemen. All to get rid of the technician, to get rid of Cassie's father, so there's no one to protect Cassie anymore, and then he can really lure Cassie in by using Gregory. You know he couldn't do that for the father. It would be too obvious. Like, why would Cassie's father be like, hey, Cassie, come and save me, or meet me? It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. But Gregory, someone of her own age, saying, help me. You know what I'm going through. You know this place. You know what the shenanigans are, because they're friends. They've been going around this place. So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie was indeed killed by Monty, but it was all orchestrated, planned, and strategized by the Mimic to plan his escape, to use Cassie, eliminate his father, use Bonnie against Cassie's father. That's all I'm gonna say. But remember, these are just pure theories and speculations. Feel free to prove me wrong or prove me right down in the comments below. Susu for more theories. I'll see you in the next one.